Once upon a time, in a kingdom shimmering with sunlight, lived a beautiful princess named Alara. Her hair was like spun gold, and her heart was as kind as a warm summer day. On the day she was to travel to a faraway kingdom to marry her prince, her mother the queen gave her a magnificent horse named Falada, who could speak the truth and a single drop of her own blood on a handkerchief, a powerful charm to protect her. But the princess was not traveling alone. Accompanying her was a lady-in-waiting, a woman named Brita, whose heart was filled with jealousy and dark ambition. As they journeyed through a deep forest, the princess grew thirsty. When she leaned over a stream to drink, the precious handkerchief with the queen's blood slipped from her pocket and was carried away by the current. Seeing her chance, Brita's cruelty surfaced. "I will not serve you any longer," she declared. "From this moment on, you will be my servant, and I will be the princess." With the protective charm gone, a strange weakness came over Princess Alora. Powerless to resist, she was forced to swap her fine royal clothes for Brita's plain ones, and her magnificent horse for Brita's simple nag. Brita then made Alara swear a terrible oath never to reveal this secret to any living soul. When they arrived at the castle, the prince and his father, the king, came out to greet them. Brita, dressed in Alara's finery, presented herself as the bride. The real princess, Alara, was ignored, her face smudged with dirt and her spirit downcast. The old king looked at her with a hint of suspicion, noticing her noble grace even in rags, but he said nothing. Brita, fearing that the horse Falada might speak the truth, whispered a wicked lie to the prince. "This horse is wild and dangerous," she said. "It must be dealt with." So the loyal Falada was taken away. Alara was heartbroken. Before they took him, she secretly begged the horsekeeper to hang Falada's head over the great dark gateway to the city, a place she would have to pass each day. And so, the true princess was given the lowly job of a goose girl herding geese in the fields with a young boy named Conrad. Every morning, as she passed under the gateway, she would look up at Falada's head and say, "Alas, Falada, hanging there." And the head would reply, "Alas, queen's daughter, passing here." If your mother knew your fate, her heart would break. Conrad, the goose boy, was puzzled by this strange daily ritual. He was also amazed by Alara's golden hair. One day, he tried to pluck a single strand, but Alara spoke a rhyme to the wind, and a great gust blew Conrad's hat away, forcing him to chase it while she finished arranging her hair. Frustrated and suspicious, Conrad went straight to the old king. "Your Majesty," he said, "the new goose girl is very strange. She talks to a horse's head on the gate, and it talks back. And when I try to get close to her, she commands the wind." The king's interest was piqued. The next day, he hid himself near the gateway and heard the sorrowful exchange between Alara and Falada's head. He then followed her to the fields and watched from behind a bush as she let down her radiant golden hair and commanded the wind to chase Conrad's hat. That evening, the king called Alara to him. "Tell me your story," he said gently. "I know you are bound by an oath, but tell your troubles to this iron stove." He then left the room, but listened from the chimney outside. Safe in the solitude of the room, Alara poured out her heart to the iron stove. She told of the false lady-in-waiting, the lost charm, the stolen identity, and the fate of her loyal horse Falada. The king heard every word. He had her dressed in royal gowns and brought her before his court, where the prince and the false princess Brita were sitting. He asked the prince, "What should be done to someone who deceives their master like this?" Brita, foolish and arrogant, unknowingly pronounced her own doom. "She deserves nothing less than to be put into a barrel studded with sharp nails," she declared, "and dragged by 2 white horses until she is no more." "You have spoken your own sentence," the king announced. And so, the wicked lady-in-waiting was dealt with, just as she had described. Finally, the true princess was revealed. The prince, seeing Alara's true beauty and gentle spirit, fell deeply in love with her. They were married in a grand celebration, and they ruled their kingdom with kindness and wisdom for many, many years. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this classic fairy tale, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more magical stories. We'll see you next time!